Hey, Fire Squad. This is Fire Tarot with your pick a pile messages. For pile 1, we have the Amythes. For pile 2, we have the Allsigns elephant. And for pile 3, we have the rose quartz. You can just say pile 1, 2, 3, or Amythes, Allsigns, rose quartz. When you're picking your cards. And pile 1 is the Amythes. 1. For the all over energy, you have the 9 of Wands. And you're dealing with a Leo. In your past, you have the 10 of Cups. That happy family wish fulfillment. In your present situation, you have the 8 of Pentacles. And in your course of action, you have the 8 of Cups. In your hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Swords. And in your outcome, you have the Knight of Swords. I'm going to take a drink real quick. You have no major arcana so far in your reading. For pile 1, your all over energy is the Knight of Wands. The 9 of Wands. A strong man with a powerful lance in his eyes. There's a lion behind him, meaning strength, self-determination. Revealed passion, new self-confidence, tension, times, and delay. And then in your past, you have the 10 of Cups. Like I said, it's that happy ending card. Your wish fulfillment. Now I think it's 10, right? Yeah, 10. The 10 of Cups, the Ace of Cups gives you a Celtic of magic potion. And it looks like you used it well. Multiple, emotional, satisfaction, relationship, a theme of emotional safety, and overall well-being prevail. Love is all you need, or at least that's how it feels right now. Your world, your happiness right now is made up of the sweet connections you've nurtured with others in your life. You are able to fully enjoy them because you've also healed some of your own emotional wounds and learned to love yourself. And then in your present situation, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Anything worthy doing is worth doing on. The movement here is from acceptable, extinguished, exquisite. The skills have been learned. Now, it is time to master them. Determination is required because, as sometimes happens with the vast numbers of energy mingling with a passive suit, things can get bogged down if you keep the momentum going. Keep pushing yourself, even if you are tired. You will be rewarded. Don't give up. Don't accept good enough. This is an opportunity to really master something. And then your course of action, you have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups, have you ever been in a relationship or had a job that was just fine, maybe even good, but it didn't feel right to you? It is really hard to be in this position, because it is hard to justify leaving to leave because you can't put your finger on the actual problem. The problem is that the relationship or the job or whatever is fine. Just not fine for you. It takes a lot of courage and determination to leave something that is fine. But if your soul is urging you onward, you will continue to feel restless and maybe become resentful unless you leave and begin a new journey. And that is in your course of action. So I'm feeling for this pile, some of you are starting a new journey around the corner. Don't feel resentful. Don't feel restless or resentful. And then in your hopes and fears, you have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, if you need a resume updated, your wedding plans organized into a spreadsheet, or a stir-fry approach to dealing with your boss somehow, the Queen of Swords is your hero. She is smart and experienced, even though she's tasted the good and the bad. She's not bitter. She also has a killer discernment and can be sniffed out deception a mile away, as well as sort out the most tangled knot to find the truth. At the center, she is not above crafting a plan that both solves your problem and furthers her own agenda. She fears not finding the truth in a situation. Is what's in her fears. And her hopes, she is planning both solving her problems and furthering her own agenda. I'm also getting something about wedding plans organized. She has her, if you pick this pile, maybe you're organizing your wedding plans for that 10 of Cups within your hopes. And then for the outcome, you have the 9 of Swords. The 9 of Swords. Here we have a thinker who is enchanted with his own mind. He feels very clear about his decision or belief system, or whatever worldview is driven him right now. He has also convinced himself that his truth is right for everyone and will use his formidable logical skillfulness argument to a cherry picker evidence to convince the world. He flashes around with welding, dangerous things, and therefore can use a lot of damage very quickly. While he is completely committed to an ideal, he lacks strategy. Shows him shows him how to strategize, can further his agenda, and can get him on your team, which is safer than the alternative. What does pile 1 need to focus on? You need to focus on the Ace of Swords, suglite. I am ready for a breakthrough to success. The Ace of Swords, suglite. The Ace revealed new beginnings. The Ace of Swords is the suit of the element of air that releases to the mind, signifies success and truth, clarity, and vision. Whether you're asking about a decision in your favor or a breakthrough that brings you what you hope for, this card is the yes outcome in the answer to a question. Whatever you're aiming for, your intelligence and logic will help you bring the results you need. Now is the time to harshen your ambition. I am ready for a breakthrough to success. You need to focus on your new beginnings for pile 1. We'll also have you're ready for a breakthrough to success. You have the truth, clarity, and vision about a decision, is what I'm getting also. And then what Osho Zen has to tell you is aloneness. Aloneness. When we find no support among others for our deeply felt truths, we can either feel isolated or bitter, or celebrate the fact that our vision is strong enough, even to survive the powerful human need for the approval of family, friends, or colleagues. If you're facing such a situation, now beware of how you are choosing your view, your aloneness, and take responsibility for the choices you have made. The humble figure in this card glows with the light that emanates from within. When you are alone, you are not alone. You are simply lonely. And there is a tremendous difference between loneliness and aloneness. When you are lonely, you are thinking of others. You're missing the other. Loneliness is a negative state. You're feeling that it would have been better if others was there, your friends, your wife, your mother, your beloved ones, your husband. It would have been good if the others was there, but the others is not. Loneliness is absent of the other. Aloneness is the presence of oneself. Aloneness is a very positive. It is a presence, overflowing presence. You are so full of presence that you can fill the whole universe with your presence, and there is no need for anybody. The angel message has to tell us, number 15, love yourself as much as we, your angels, love you. I'm just dropping everything. Number 15, angel. Love yourself as much as we love your angels. Love you, we, your angels, know everything there is to know about you, and we love you exactly as you are. Things that you see as a good and bad are experiences and life lessons. The soul learns by the experiences you have. Love yourself, but start by liking yourself. Look in a mirror and be proud of yourself and your achievements. Know that you always do the best you can and forgive yourself the rest, knowing that you do your utmost at all times. And then your romance angel is engagement. Your love life is ascending to a big or higher level of commitment. Some of you are getting engaged. Some of you are taking that next step towards engagement. You're going to that next higher level of commitment. I'm also getting it's a strong connection between the two of you. Very passionate, Also, I'm feeling and then for the moon card, you have what you need to release, Waning moon. So you need to release something. But what is it that you need to release? Probably your fear that what you need to release with that Queen of Swords part that I was talking about is what I'm getting. So you need to release your fear. Let's see what Waning moon. What do you need to release? Waning moon. The waning moon points to what falling away. Life goes in cycles, and sometimes we need downtime or to let go. No matter when in the moon cycle if you pull this card, is a sign that a situation has peaked for the better or worse, and it's time for you to go easier. It's the autumn and winter of the cycles. So do what you need to. So do you need to release, and most certainly sometimes from a situation you're asking about. This card can be very positive, but it can still be gently suggesting that you let something go and stop trying so hard. It is safe to let go and move on. Move forward with as little resistance as possible. This is not the time to start new projects. Releasing emotional baggage is recommended now. Say sorry to someone. Do energetic work such as meditation or yoga. Soon you will see what lies ahead. And what butterfly message do we have for Halloween is self-employment. Self-employment, you're guided to work for yourself in a field that brings you fulfillment and joy. Your card encourages you to launch or grow your own business. You could start part-time and then ease out of a day job as you endeavor begins to support you. If you're currently self-employed, you are being guided to seek out new ways to express your vision. Being your own boss usually means that you put in longer hours. However, the hours you feel more like devotion to a calling than work. You may partner with someone who brings extra skills to the table or consult with a mentor who can teach you business skills. Follow the path of your true interest and focus on a purpose of serving others. The rest will take care of itself. Taking business classes, learning how to market your business, taking over a family business, changing your professions. And then your goddess card that came out is Amythes. I believe that's how you say it. Amythes? Yeah. Cycles and rhymes honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. All life cycles, the moon, the stars, and the universe. Every universe, life inhales and then exhales again. So why should you be surprised or upset that you too have cycles? There are times when you feel energized, awake, and alive. There are other times when you feel isolated and shy. Your body too goes through pronounced cycles and changes, celebrates these rhymes, and embrace them as the essence of the life blood that courses through you. The female cycle of genealogical change, starting menopause or mental phase, for example. Are you an issue for you? Make time to rest and take steps to alleviate depression or lethargic. Take better care of your body. Seek support for dealing with emotional crisis. Allow yourself to grieve or take time off. Know that this lull won't last forever. A doorway of opportunities has opened up, and you need to walk through it now. And those were our messages for pile 1. On to pile 2, the Allsigns elephant. The overall energy for pile 2 is the 5 of Swords. In your past, you have the Page of Swords. In your present, you have the 4 of Pentacles. For your course of action, you have the 5 of Cups. In your hopes and fears, you have the 6 of Cups. In your outcome, you have the 7 of Pentacles. No major arcanas as part of the reading. Your overall energy is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords, a man lies in the desert, detained by 5 upright swords, which pierces roses, meaning disgrace, weakness, blame, late insight, acceptance of the unavoidable, clear perspective, new knowledge. And in your past, you had the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is smart and knows it. What he doesn't know is that he lacks finesse and sometimes loving the swords like a club. He has a deep love of truth and justice and a tendency to oversimplify complex situations. He is kind of judgy and can be a gossip. Help him most by showing him how to navigate shades of gray while maintaining ideals. And you'll have a great out-of-the-box thinker in your corner. In your present situation, you have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles, where is the line between reasonable saving and excessive hoarding? I don't know for sure, but this card walks that line. Whether you see this card as a positive or negative depends on the situation. Typically, energy is meant to flow, and as it's the Four of Cups, the passive suit can be stagnant pretty easily. However, there are times you need to converse your resources. There are also times when you need to be more generous. Use common sense and self-reflection to determine whether you are being perfectly sensible or unnecessarily selfish. In your course of action, you have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups loss is a part of life, and there are cards in the deck that represent loss. This card is not one of them. It is a card that shows our emotional reaction to loss. This is a card of warning, and it is packed full of information. In it, you see the sense of isolation you feel when you are alone. In your grief, it shows also that no matter how horrible the loss, there are always other gifts that still remain. The gift is that after a time, you can cross the bridge back to your community and find healing. The danger is that you may choose to stay alone or broken with your grief. In your hopes and fears, you have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, random acts of kindness, can turn around someone's day or even their life. You never know when something you do will be just the medicine someone needs, or when someone else acts may save you. A smile, extending a common courtesy, or sharing a treat may not cost much, but the return is incalculable. Perhaps the greatest kindness you can extend is to remember that everyone is always doing their very best they can, even if you don't seem like it. This card tells you that this cause kindness is the right response. In your outcome, you have the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles. After you've accomplished what you want, and before you gather the harvest and enjoy the fruits of your labors, take a break, step back, and assess the experience. What worked? What didn't? How can you change or improve the process for next time? Did the results live up to your expectations, fall short, or exceed them? You may be tempted to just finish up, gather your rewards, and move on. This card lets you know that you have more to learn from this situation. Who knows, maybe those hidden lessons are the most important rewards after all. What pile 2 needs to focus on is Nine of Wands, Garnet. I'm strong for as long as I need to be strong. Okay, the Nine of Wands, Garnet, meaning vigilance, strength, and defensiveness. The Nine often shows an ongoing struggle that tests your character and your resources. You may be tired, but still need to fight on because you're almost at your goal. This is the point at which some people give up or give in. But the message here is to persevere. An additional interpretation is harboring an old wound. Past experiences say it is unsafe to drop your guard just yet. For this reason, you may be overly vigilant, unwilling to trust others until you have absolute proof of their intentions. You need to focus on being strong for as long as you need to be strong. What does Osho then have to tell pile 2? Mortality. Mortality. The Queen of the Clouds lurks in the minds of all of us, who have been brought up in rigid ideas of good and bad, sinful and virtuous, acceptable and unacceptable, moral and immoral. It is important to remember that all these judgments of the minds are just products of our conditioning. And whether your judgments are applied to ourselves or to others, They keep us from experiencing the beauty of the God minds that lies within. Only when we break through the cage of our conditioning and reach the truth of our own hearts, we can begin to see life as it really is. Unless awareness arises in you, all your morality is bogus. All your culture is simple thin layer which can be destroyed by anybody. But once your mortality has come out, and your awareness, not out of certain discipline, then it is a total different matter. Then you will respond in every situation out of your awareness. And whatever you do will be good. Awareness cannot do anything that is bad. That is unlimited beauty of awareness. That any things that come out of it simply beautiful is simply right. And without any effort and without any practice. So rather than cutting the leaves and the branches, cut the roots. To cut the root, there is no other method than a single method. The method of being alert, of being aware, of being conscious. And that was what Osho then had to tell clients to do. What angel message wants to come out? Number 3, everything will be okay. Try not to worry. Everything will be okay. Try not to worry. When you feel low and the problems stack up around you, it's difficult to see a clear path ahead. There is too much to blind you, too much stuff in the way. Take some time out, have a break, so that you can see more clearly. We, your angels, are clearing the path, even as you read this. Although it's difficult to imagine the life that we get better. The life will get better. It will. We have seen the future, and there is a sunshine waiting for you just a little further ahead. Keep going. We are here with you. The Romance Angel card for pile 2 is Recollection. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Reconciliation. Oh. So I'm feeling that somebody from your past wants to start all over again. Is what I'm getting. And then your moon message is work through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. Walk through your fears. New moon in Scorpio. This card suggests a rebirth. Think of your situation as the phoenix that's rising from the ashes, as the birth, death, rebirth, and paradigm. That's what Scorpio energy is all about. Whether you've been through, there's a new start ahead. It might be a little dark, It almost certainly won't be the rainbows and unicorns, but it will be deep and transforming. This card also suggests that if you know you're magical, then this is the time to work your magic. It can also herald the start of a sexier time. If you've been experiencing something of a drought, and emotional intimacy is also on the menu. Scorpio is a sign that likes to go deep into body and mind and spirit. So when this card comes up, there's nothing superficial about what's coming your way. Have some sexy time. Time to let go of your grudges you're holding. Move from jealousy. Stop being obsessive. Could it be you're being paranoid? Make an investment. How-to's butterfly message is new exercise program. Feeling some of you need to start a new exercise program? Because you're not liking the old one? Is what I'm sensing. You're likely already heard this divinely guiding message. It's time to make a change with your exercise program. This may mean you simply start exercising if you've been stationary. Most likely, though, it is a sign for you to change. Your fitness regimen, so that it suits your current lifestyle. Notice the first thoughts that come to your mind about changing your workout routines, and your answers will be there. One thing for sure, you're being guided to exercise in a way that you'll find enjoyable and stimulating. As a result, you'll look forward to exercising and you'll gain practical benefits such as increased energy, confidence, productivity, and flow of new ideas, along with all the known health benefits. Mental stimulation and study to exercise the mind, exercise to improve your vision and sharpness eyes, weightlifting or strength training, going on a nature walk or hikes, yoga using a workbook or attending a class that teaches healing methods and exercises. Then How To's Goddess card is Solace, Bodies of Water. I think that's how you say her name. Solace. Solace. Bodies of water. Spend time near water, such as a lake, river, or the ocean, to recharge your batteries. Water's turbid effects are well known and well documented. Since the human body is composed almost entirely of water, this makes sense. Water can wash away sadness, pain, and the ill effects of suffering. Engage in purification rituals involving water more often. Your experience an uplifting in your spirit and outlook. Water magical properties are amplified when you infuse it with your prayers and intentions. Whether you soak in the sea salt bath or bathe in fresh water spring, you're sure to see the difference the water will make. Go for a meditative walk near water. Take a vacation near the ocean. Move to a home suited closer to a body of water. Swim. Take a sea salt bath to detox your energetic and physical body. Drink more water. And those were our messages for pile 2. On to pile 3, rose quartz. The all over energy for pile 3 is judgment. The past situation for pile 3 is 5 of Swords. The present situation is the Knight of Cups. I'm seeing a lot of water, so you are either a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or you're dealing with a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Your course of action is the Queen of Pentacles. In your hopes and fears, you have the Magician. And your outcome is the Strength. You have the strength to get through whatever situation you're going through. You're also dealing with a Leo, or you could be that Leo. You have 3 major arcanas in this reading. One is the Judgment, the other is the Magician, and the other is the Strength. All over energy is the Judgment. Okay, so all over energy is the Judgment. The Judgment, 3 trumpets sound out of the cosmos and wake up the dead, meaning a breakthrough, transformation, waking up, powers, forgiveness, disillusionment, stuck to the old path, settlements. And then in your past, you have the 5 of Swords. Interesting. The 5 of Swords. This card of the victory, a win that comes at a price so high that it may not be worth it. Sure, you're won the battle, but at what cost? When you walk away with your bounty, what have you left behind? Your integrity, your values, your humanity, friends, and family. The gift of this card is that it is not too late to change the outcome. You can shift the situation from shaky win, disadvantaging loss to win. The danger is also that you leave essential parts of your soul on the beach as it erodes or wash away with tides of time. In your present situation, you have the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, the romantic dreamer, is motivated by emotions and often says that he must follow his heart. Confusing emotions his soul. He thinks that every feeling is a message from his soul and worthy of acting on and damn the consequences. He is not so actively dangerous as the Knight of Wands. Instead, his damage may be caused by neglecting other parts of his life that are equally important. Only he doesn't see it that way. The Knight could be hard to sway unless you lead with something that engages him on an emotional level. Logic or boredom minds results of not affect him. And then in your course of action, you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, when you need to make the most of a little, when you need to create a blockbuster with the short shoestring budget, the Queen of Pentacles can help. She may not be as elaborate as the Queen of Cups, as elegant as the Queen of Swords, or as fast as the Queen of Wands, but all the details that actually matter will be attended to, and all the resources will be used to their fulfillment potential. From managing your budget to accessorizing an outfit, from deciding on a vacation or to select a retirement plan, this queen is a font of the useful ideas. Then, in your hopes and fears, you have the Magician. Will, talent, skills, creativity, manifestation, communication, magic, action, awareness, power, resourcefulness, concentration, trickery, manipulation, misuse of gifts. So in your hopes, you have talent, skills, creative, manifestation, communication, magic, action, awareness, power, resourcefulness, and concentration. Your fears are trickery, manipulation, and misuse of gifts. The young man or the fool made a great and powerful man who could do amazing things. So the fool made myself comfortable and watched and learned about magic. The key is to understand energies that swirl around all the time. The energies have different names depending on who is talking about them. Fire, water, air, and earth. Will emotions, thoughts, and matter. Once you understand how these work alone, in the combination, you can learn the control and to manifest dreams and create reality. More importantly, though, it's necessary to control these energies with yourself to change yourself, that this is true magic. You can achieve whatever you desire. It is a polar belief that these days have been a few decades in my experiences. This is not always true, but sometimes it is true. Sometimes you have the right idea at the right time, with the right skills and resources at hand to make what you want happen. When the magician comes up in a reading, it is a sign that this is one of those times. The first step to being very clear about what you want. Then assess the resources you have. The greater creative, a solution may seem like a miracle, but you can make it happen. When your outcome is the strength, like I was saying, that's something you might find. Strength. Strength, gentleness, patience, compassion, healing, integration, courage, heart, control, discipline. Lust, instinct, ability, mastery, weakness, lack of discipline, control or patience, overbearing, forces, fear, shyness. The fool was so focused on steering his new chariot to his new chariot that he almost ran into a woman and a lion. Without thinking, only reacting to a feared danger, the fool jumped out and ran to help the woman in making shushing noises, trying to calm the lion. And amazingly, the lion was responding. The woman knelt down and plucked a thorn from the lion's paw. Relieved of pain, the lion fell heavily to the ground, and the woman continued to soothe him. Looking at the fool, she said, most wild, noble beings lash out or attack when they are in pain or afraid. Like animals, other people are your own glory spirit. It's easy to think this card is about brunt force, physical strength. Sometimes it is, but it also holds a deeper, more powerful meaning. We all have part of us, often called our shadows, that we try to ignore, but it won't be ignored and will, like a neglect child, act out and get attention. It is only through loving acceptance that this part of ourselves can be transformed and integrated, helping us to become complete beings. When this card comes for you, looking to your fears, your angers, your shames, figure out how they're getting in the way of living the life you wanted to live. Then, within great compassion, forgiving yourself and claim the parts of you that you pushed away. Welcome them back, and you will find an inner strength. What does pile 3 need to focus on? They need to focus on the 5 of Wands, Garnet. I stand my ground and look for peace. Oh. The 5 of Wands, Garnet. Tests and challenges. The 5 is a card of intense energy, which often signifies a battle of wills. The result is that you may feel tested and struggle to be heard. This is a show of ego and fight rather than a serious attack. The message is try not to take this situation at heart. It will soon pass. In your reading, this card can show family and work and literally tests, such as taking a driver's test or sitting other examinations. So you need to focus on taking tests and challenges. That's what I'm getting. What does Osho Zen have to tell pile 3? Suppressions. What Osho Zen has to tell you is suppression. The real message of this card is it to find a healing outlet for the potential explosion. It is essential to find a way to release whatever tensions and stress might be building up inside you right now. Beat a pillow, jump up and down, go into the wilderness and scream at the empty skies. Anything will shake up your energy and allow you to circulate freely. Don't wait for a catastrophic to happen. And that's what Osho Zen had to tell Kyle say. The angel message that wants to come angel message that wants to come forward for Kyle 3 is number 48. Ask us to bring peace into challenging situations. Number 48. ask us to bring peace to challenging situations. Peace is a powerful energy that brings a state of contentment and harmony to any situation. Where you send it, you can do this with your mind and then ask us to help you. Imagine if people around the world held the state of peace at all times. There would be no wars, no anger. Now that by sending peace to any difficult situation in your life, your energy can help. We, your angels, are always there to help. You're bringing these high-level thoughts. And then the romance angel that came out for pile 3 is give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So I'm feeling that some of you haven't given your relationship a chance. And some of you need to work on that. That's what I'm getting from the romance angel. And then for pile 3, the moon card is nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. Nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable is about change, shape-shifting, even that something is still developing. This card indicates that something is indeed changing and there's room for maneuvers. So take it as a sign that the situation you're asking about is far from finalized. If you're not happy with the current state of play, that's marvelous. It means you can still change the course of the outcome. However, there is also a sense that the situation could perhaps be a little unstable for some. This is a great news because you can still influence it. Others will struggle with the uncertainty but should stay with it a little longer. Either way, nothing is set in stone yet. I know that the best will unfold for me. You're mending towards your goals, and that's okay. Staying adaptable is the key to success for you now. Make sure you're not being led astray. Have you become distracted? Time to focus. Stay with it, whatever it means to you. And then the butterfly message that came out for pile 3 is relationship dynamic. Relationship dynamic. This card indicates that there has been some change in one or more of your relationships with your family, friends, or romantic partner. There is a sense that you have less in common and you're growing apart. This may be because you are now more sensitive and more cautious of your feelings when you're with certain people. Perhaps in the past, you numbed your emotional awareness, and now your feelings are awake. The most important relationship of all is with yourself. So you do need to take care of your feelings and needs in this situation. Yes, relationship involves compromise, but unlimitedly, if you're denying yourself happiness, this will have a negative impact on the relationship. Therefore, you're guided to be honest with yourself about your needs. And even if it means working with a counselor for support as you make changes, all of your relationships will be effective. It's time for you to sort through your feelings about each of them and bring healthy balance into your life. Moving your relationship in a healthier direction, a held relationship with yourself, individual or marital counseling, a new person entering the picture, changing the dynamic of other relationships. And then your goddess card that came out for pile 3 is the Dharma, guiding children. Guiding children. You're good at helping, counseling, and healing children. Use your skills to help children now. One can be gentle and fierce, protector, stimulously. My vigilant focus on keeping harmony within household stems from my desire for children to maintain their youthful awe and sense of wonder. How else will we ensure that they'll see and speak with fairies? How else will we foster the continuation of children healing laughter? Join with me in guiding children, and you'll see your own imagination sparked by these amazing young beings. Your own enthusiasm and youthful spirit attracts the children and respects the attention. I'll lead you toward young people who can benefit from your help. Spend time with or have a heart-to-heart talk with your own children. Get into a career involved with helping children. Volunteer with young people. Know that children will be coming into your life soon. You will be a parent. Take care of your own inner children through play and laughter. And that was our messages for pile 3. If you feel the need to donate to my channel, you can do so by Cash App or PayPal. It's going to be in the description of this video. And if you'd like this message, please like, share, and subscribe if you have not already. And I hope everybody has a great day.